And if you're at the expo, keep an eye out for a brand new game on display there, the result of 2 years' hard work by a group of young Brisbane programmers. Amanda Patterson reports it promises to be an international moneymaker.
Ago, an alien ship entered Earth's orbit. Your mission is to race through zombie-infested office blocks using micro-nukes, thermal grenades, and the mighty photon cannon to save terrified hostages from the clutches of the evil alien mothership. Good luck.
This is Halloween Harry, the new game developed entirely by 5 young Brisbane computer whizzes.
You just come up with an idea for characters. You throw a few pixels around on the screen and say, okay, that's his eyes, they look fun, and we'll give him like a broken nose and one of those baseball helmets.
Steve Stamatiadis and his friend created Halloween Harry for an Amiga computer system and had no plans to take it past that initial stage. Then 21-year-old Robert Crane and his partner saw the rough version and knew they could transform it into a complete IBM package.
We liked the game, we saw it, we thought it had potential because it was a fast, action-packed game.
And believe it or not, to tackle the sound effects, they enlisted the talent of a 17-year-old classical pianist. It was that music that took them through the front door of computer software publisher Manacom. Managing director Ian Mackay sees the work of many young programmers, but believes Halloween Harry was a success before it even began.
Because even in those early days back in November, the genesis of a great game was already there.
The game has already been snapped up by a major distributor in the United States, and it's hoped to be in American homes in time for Halloween on October 31st. For children around the world, Halloween Harry means hours of fun. But for the 5 young Brisbane inventors, their new game spells big bucks.
Well, the best-selling game currently, the guys who wrote it drive Ferraris.
Our local lads will be driving Ferraris soon.
The first Australian computer game to be sold internationally. Kristen Devitt reports on the brilliant minds behind our latest local export.
Shall we play a game? How about global thermonuclear war?
In the film War Games, young computer hackers broke into the mother of all computers, NASA. These young programmers are staying within the law. They're about to break into the world computer game market. Halloween Harry for IBM-compatible PCs is in Australian stores and now heading overseas.
Well, they've achieved a first for Australia. They've managed to put together a program that's been accepted. It's early days, but accepted in the States, which is the world's largest market.
Even more remarkable considering the team of programmers are as young as 17. The producer only 21.
Aliens have come down from another planet and they've invaded Earth and they're starting to turn normal people into zombies. And the idea is you've got to go around and blow them away and rescue the innocent captives that are scattered throughout the levels.
Accomplished composer, Brisbane State High School student Stephen Baker wrote the soundtrack.
The sort of music that everyone wants to hear on a computer game is like fast rock with lots of drums, guitars.
A new experience for this classically trained musician and for Manacom, the Australian distributor for American giant Apogee. Their support over 7 months paying off as our superhero of exports hits computer screens across the planet. He could earn a fortune for this talented team. Kristen Devitt, 10 Eyewitness News.
Good on them, and to an
Halloween Harry is the latest hot arcade game for the PC. It's got all the ingredients for loads of action. Massive weapons, danger everywhere, aliens who've taken hostages, you name it, you've got it. A true Australian product with a wild soundtrack by a Brisbane kid, and the game was written by our very own youngsters. This really is a smart country. Saving the world has never been so much fun. Scores close to a 9. And look...
Games, the big brand names like Nintendo and Sega probably spring to mind. But Brisbane has its own techno team. Christine Davis caught up with the boys from Gee Whiz who are making their mark on the scene.
We last met the guys from Gee Whiz Entertainment back in 1993 when they released their first computer game creation, Halloween Harry.
You just come up with an idea for characters. You throw a few pixels around on the screen and say, okay, that's his eyes, they look fine, and we'll give him like a broken nose and one of those baseball helmets.
The game has proved immensely popular both here and overseas, with gross sales of $1 million over the past 3 years. Now these Brisbane computer whizzes are about to release the much-anticipated sequel to Halloween Harry, Zombie Wars.
Zombie Wars is an action shooting game where you run around blowing up bad guy zombies. That was the same as the first one, but the thing we've added to now is it's a whole new level of special effects. The levels are 4 or 5 times the size of the first game.
Now to kill about 1,000 bad guys just to get to the next level.
The success of their first game has meant Zombie Wars will be in computer stores throughout Australia, Europe and the States by Christmas.
And the big news is it's the first time a solely Brisbane-produced computer game has broken into the highly competitive Japanese market.
The games that are played in Japan are generally from the Japanese companies, and it's only recently that the big American companies have managed to get their games in. So for a bunch of local boys to get out there is pretty amazing. We're quite happy with ourselves.
They're also happy they're friends as well as colleagues.
We love making games. We have a great time just being with each other and doing stuff.
And it's just as well because, as Steve points out, creating computer games is a real team effort.
Rob and Tony do the programming that gets all the stuff onto the screen. I do all the graphics and the animation, the visuals, everything you see. And John's kind of like the architect who takes the whole thing and makes a location out of the game which you can actually play.
But they didn't always have careers in computers. Before taking on the game world full-time, these techno-gurus were bakers, bankers, Telstra programmers and TAB operators. And though they're not millionaires just yet, they're making a comfortable living doing what they love.
Well, it's kind of like a dream come true. I mean, you get to do whatever you want. You're living in fantasy land during the day and you can go home at night just be a normal person. There's no better job, really.
The guys are currently working on 2 new computer games, and overseas distributors are showing interest. So it looks like these local lads with computer chips in their eyes have big things to come.
And we think in the future that when people talk about game companies, they'll talk about the biggies like Sega, Nintendo, and Brisbane's own Gee Whiz Entertainment.
Yes, Gee Whiz, Brisbane-based computer games. You're with